Welcome back to more Tokyo Xtreme Racer. So last time, we defeated two bosses in Midnight Rose and Melancholic Angel. The lower version of Melancholic Angel, but yeah, she still put up a very good fight though. So yeah, scary stuff right there. And yeah, we we had a lot of BP, so we need to think about how to use it other than on that upgrade. So yeah, this time yeah, making sure we have the right nice tightly Kagura for what we're doing right now. So yeah, we do indeed have Kagura equipped. So let's go onto the C1 because as we saw in the last part, Setsuke Noodle Arson is right here, and we can start right next to it too, which is really fun too. I guess while we're here, we're also going to take down Rolling Girls too, I think. So yeah. So without further ado, let's head into the C1. Let me start my stopwatch again because I forgot to. That'll do. So yeah. It's always good to know how long. Always good to know how long your recording was. So yeah. And yeah, he is right there. So we'll just drive up to him. And again, he's a Wanderer, so we'll use Nitrous against him. And yeah, again, our Super is a little bit better now, so yeah, that's definitely gonna help. So here he is. This is actually a new Wanderer, and again, the only requirement, I believe, is that you have a Kagura license plate, so yeah. He drives an S14 Sylvia. Alrighty, so yeah, he's only level 10, so again, probably not too difficult, but let's find out. Let's take on this Wanderer right here, and yeah, let's speed away from him. Like so. Alright, so yeah, while I'm here too, yeah, let's talk about one of those drivers who took down, obviously, Melancholic Angel. So yeah, again, me and Melancholic Angel have a bit of a history together, and that's not because of early access, like most people. It's because, yeah, when I think about the TXR series, she's always the name that comes to mind. Wants to do that apparently because I kind of fudged the corner earlier, so yeah, he is keeping up quite well. But anyway, so yeah, let's talk about Melancholic Angel. So yeah, oh, there we go, he made a mistake. I didn't drive very good, that I must admit, so yeah. I need to get used to this extra power I have, so yeah. Because, you know, with great power comes great responsibility, I guess, so yeah. He actually didn't overheat the interest in us, so yeah, I'll probably just get to the next rival, they're not too far away, so yeah. But like I said, I think our goal for today is, yeah, we're gonna make the next boss of Return the Boss Pit, or even take him on too, depending on how things go, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, here's Rolling Gal number 2, let's take her on. In the pink Torino. So anyway. Alright, so let's keep talking about Melancholic Angel. So yeah, why is, you know, Melancholic Angel, you know, the face of TXR for me? I think, yeah, again, I think the reason was that when I played Tokyo Xtreme Racer 2 and she first showed up, again, I was kind of like fascinated by her bio and stuff. Like, yeah, you got this woman who, yeah, normally acts very apathetic in real life, but when she's behind the wheel, that's when you see that spark of us come out. As I find Death Game Survivor again, yeah, this guy can't catch a break apparently, so yeah, from me. Anyway, let's take one. So anyway, back to what I was talking about, so yeah, again, like I said, I was very fascinated by it, and also the fact that, yeah, whenever she did show up in a TXR game, it's normally a very important role, like in TXR 3, which I will play next. She's actually the final boss of Stage 1 Tokyo, so yeah, an important early game boss, basically, in Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3. And in TXR 0, she was the final boss of the first stage of that game too, so yeah. So yeah, she's mainly known as like an early game boss, which I guess is kind of close to what she's in this game, so yeah. Although yeah, she's a bit better in the game, so yeah. Well, of course, yeah, the weird thing about her though is that, yeah, because again, she was always on my mind, this kind of bled into other games, mainly Fire Engage. So yeah, the story about Fire Engage was that it came out when I was beating Tokyo Xtreme Racer 2, so Okay, that's is that Heretic Canopus? I think it is actually. They're gonna stay in the sea one, so I wouldn't mind taking one. So yeah, it is actually. We'll definitely talk about Heretic Canopus some more. Maybe when we actually take on Desire, but now I know that yeah. So you're there. That's good to know. Is the other person from Desire around here too? Yeah, Wailing Astron. They're down the road. Okay. So yeah, we'll take on. So yeah, we beat both. Obviously, the team leaders gonna pop up. So yeah, let's take on Heretic Canopus. And if you don't already know, if you're like living on a rock, I guess. I mean, nah, I wouldn't say that. If you haven't been paying attention to dialogue and stuff, Heretic Canopus is a cross-dressing dude. So yeah. And yeah, they talk about that a lot in this game, and again, I'll talk about how I feel about that later when we actually take on Desire, because let's just say that yeah, we're not just taking on Desire once, let's just say, so yeah. There we go, we defeated them. And yeah, a little bit to go before our next rival, so yeah. We are warming up the intro a little bit, but yeah, it's gonna cool down a little bit, so that's good. But anyway, so yeah, again, I want to talk a little bit about yeah, let's talk about environment engagement. So yeah, like I said, when environment gauge came out February 2023, I'm pretty sure that's, or was it January? It might have been January actually, but yeah, it was early 2023. So yeah, when it released, yeah, I was playing Tokyo Extreme Drift 2, right? And then, yeah, I beat the game, I beat Tokyo Extreme Drift 2, then I'm like, alright, I'll go ahead and play Environment Gauge like everyone wants you to. And then, yeah, what I decided to do was I named my layer Setsuke. And yeah, as you probably said, yeah, that was named after Melancholic Angel. And as it turned out, the name actually kind of fit decently well. Because, yeah, let's just say there's a late game chapter. Where, yeah, there's a late game chapter. It's a bit of a spoiler, so I won't talk about it. But let's just say, yeah, you fight, I don't know how to word it, but yeah, it's a late game chapter, let's just say. And then, yeah, that made me realize that, oh wow, the name I came up for my layer actually kind of fits well, so yeah. Yes, again, remember I was saying that, you know, Melancholic Angel is normally very melancholic, obviously, or gloomy when she's not battling. Yeah, that happens. So yeah. So then, yeah, that's another reason why, you know, she sticks in my mind. And again, it's another reason why, yeah, pretty much, yeah, every time I like associate, I like to associate both, you know, Environment Gauge and Melancholic Angel together. So that's the big war factor. So that's definitely gonna be the title of this video, I think. So yeah. Oh yeah, I would like to also take on let me see something else too. Oh yeah, that I was wondering who that boss is. That I'm pretty sure is the Melancholic Angel rematch. I'm not gonna take on now because she's way too good. At this point, I can't take her on with my basic driving skills, so yeah, I'm gonna need a better car. I'm gonna put up my hands and say that, so yeah. So yeah, we'll take out this 8-6, so we can take on one more 8-6 to take on Rolling Guns team leader, so yeah. Second, it's weird, because again, like I said, this game definitely, you know, the characters aren't big or anything like that. Again, it's mainly just, you know, flavor text and stuff like that to get you, like, you know, help you learn a little bit more about the world and these rivals you face against. Again, it doesn't really, you know, add so much, but it adds charm. I think that's the important part, right? I mean, that's one reason why I like this game too, so yeah. And again, yeah, rivals like the 13 L's really, you know, because they get more interaction with the plot because they get more interaction with the plot because again, they talk about Sid Emperor, and as you probably said, Sid Emperor is gonna be an important part of this story, so yeah. Like they were in the import church, so yeah. That's why they're mentioning them, so yeah. Anyway, Rolling Gun number 1 has showed up. And yeah, just like the the other rolling teams, she also drives a custom 8.6. This time 11.86. And I didn't do a good job though. Yeah, I didn't. For some reason, yeah, my mind switched off when it came to using just accelerate, so yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hand them through the corner and then boom, use that acceleration. I think that's. I was telling my friend about why I like acceleration, that's why right there, so yeah. Speaking of him too, God, last night I was just messaging him for like hours because he wrote like a big comment on my Discord server, and yeah, we talked so much about this game. As it turned out, there was a lot of interesting perspective, and that's kind of one reason why I'm enjoying this playthrough so much. Because yeah, it's like yeah, again, I don't want to take on winning Astron because again, I don't want to take on I don't want to take on what am I trying to say Desires team leader just yet. So yeah, instead, yeah, what we're gonna do is yeah, we're just gonna make our way to the Shinkanjo, and then while I'm doing that, yeah, I'll talk about some of those interesting stuff. Like I think the most interesting one was the one about farm permadeath, and there's actually another funny story about this. So yeah, basically he told me that the additional rules that I'm playing with, it's kind of like playing with farm permadeath, where again, the game is not like designed well around the mechanic, but people still use it just because it's like the old games, and I can definitely see that. But again, the big difference though is that with Farm, you aren't really rewarded for playing with permadeath unless the difficulty locks off casual mode, basically. So it's like, you can play on a high difficulty, but I'm pretty sure that that isn't actually the case with most Farm games. Maybe it was in FE12, I can't remember, is the thing, so yeah. So like I said, we want the Shinkanjo, so and because that's gonna be for, so are they both on the other side? Let's have a look, so they are definitely on the other side. Racing Storm, they are also on that side, so I can't really do much until I get to I can't really do much until I get to this parking area here, so it's only like Roadnauts people, so not this way. So again, I think once I do finish talking about this, I'm probably gonna cut until I do get that parking area, so it's okay, because again, we'll get the long bonus, and again, you do need a lot of mileage, as we learned, because one Wanderer needs us to drive, I believe it was 2,000 kilometers, so I'll take on Captain Industrial here, who I also talked about with that person too, so Anyway, so back to, talking. Oh, what are you doing? He really wants to hurt me. But anyway, so So far I'm permadeath, so again, I like that comparison because it makes a lot of sense too, but again, the interesting difference is the fact that you're actually rewarded for playing with the additional rules in this game. You get more money, which I don't know if I pointed out, but you get 1.5 times your regular amount, so of all the stuff I've done to my money, that adds up fast, as you're noticing, so and that adds up really fast. That does make me wonder, what could Farman do to reward permadeath if they're not going to design the game around it? Because again, I don't think it's ever going to happen, because again, with how farming is designed nowadays, how farm games are designed nowadays, I doubt they're going to design the game around permadeath anymore, so So again, that's what you wonder, what could you get? What could you reward the player to do for playing with permadeath? Again, I wouldn't say showing off rewinds is a good idea. Again, you could do that. People who play Ironmans do that for good reason. Because again, you kind of need that with an Ironman, I must admit. Kind of need that with Iron Man because again, because if you don't have that, it kind of takes away from. Oh yeah, I just realized too. I completely forgot that. I can use the lace service to go onto the other side. I don't know. I completely forgot about that. But hey, I keep forgetting I have the lace service. I don't know why, because it's really useful. So But anyway, they took that down. Commander, yeah, Commander. Where's the last person from? Commander. All the way down there. So yeah, let's take on Twister and Racing Storm first. So yeah, and let's make sure is all the members of Twister around. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, good. Because last is a team leader who yeah doesn't show up until a bit later. So yeah, so I think we can take on one more rival and then we can delay service our way to where we need to go next. Anyway. Alrighty, so yeah, back to, you know, talking and stuff about front part. Again, it makes you wonder, what could what could Farm do to reward it more? Again, like I said, I don't think there's a good answer because, again, you could, you know, look at this game like, hey, you get more money, but I don't know if that would work, you know? Because I fear that would break the economy, because again, the economy in Farmer requires a lot of balance, so yeah. I feel like in this game, yeah, the 1.5 times money I've been getting is making money not as such a problem, so yeah. The Giant One Fairy is surprisingly the B in Midnight Rose, so yeah. Again, it's really interesting what they did in this game. I wasn't expecting them to reference Racing Battle Seymour Grand Prix, so yeah. And you're talking about Road Notes again? But yeah, when I looked into road mods as well, because I was reading a lot of TXR lore, as it turns out, yeah, only the top 2 of the team are referencing superheroes, Iron Man and Captain America. Although I'm pretty sure it's Grey Mechanic, he drove the yellow BB, he's actually referencing a manga from the 80s, which had a mid-engine Honda CRX, so yeah. There's a lot of deep cuts, and I can't wait to talk about them because they're kind of cool, actually, I must admit. Okay, just making sure there's no one else here. Only Silent Barbarian, who we can't do anything with, so we are. Okay, apparently you got advice from Grapevine, so I guess that makes sense. Here's Black Cat. Apparently she's been driving for 10 years. Considering she was in TXR 0, maybe that's when TXR 0 takes place. I don't think she was a rookie member, but she might have been. But anyway, obviously I can read this. Oh, good evening. I'm glad you came to see me, but tonight I feel like being alone. I'm such a fickle woman, aren't I? Hey, a wonderful pullback. Apparently, yeah, again, I don't know why the machine ranges are against these dudes for no reason, but hey. Alrighty. Like, yeah, dude, people who like Tokusatsu not like American football or something weird like that, I don't know, but anyway. Man, let's go back to it. So yeah, let's go back to what we're doing. Again, I think I'm just gonna turn around and take on this person because I'm pretty sure they're from either Twister or Racing Storm, so yeah. So obviously I want to take them on. Let's double check them up again. So you're from... Yeah, that is a person from Twister, so yeah. I want to check that because again, one, to be sure, and two, now I know it's not, you know, Racing Storm, because next... Okay, well, let's stop it. Next person from Racing Storm will make the team leader pop up, so yeah. So that's good to know, so yeah. I was wondering if we do take on Devil Road Run. I don't think it makes sense to, because again, like I said, I think our focus they might actually be, you know, Return of the Past, so yeah, I might actually see the player. Which is fine. It's just that, yeah, Wanderers don't always show up every day, even if you meet the requirements is the thing, so yeah. So, yeah. Oh, you're waiting for me. Oh, this rival. I love this rival, because, yeah, you'll see with that car, so yeah. This is always Smile. You might have saw it on the side of the car, but it also transitions to the front of the car. Yeah, the car has a lot of smiley face on it. So let's take on this one for Twister. And again, like I said before, yeah, they all drive the Road remasters, and they're actually the last Road-based team on the Shitoku now. So, and also, yeah, again, I was reading some more lore, and yeah, it's also partly because, yeah, rotary engines are out of production apparently, although I'm pretty sure that Master still makes some rotary cars. We'll talk more about why that's the case later, because I am thinking about more rotary cars later. So yeah, yes, okay, there is two Wanderers, like the ES Drive and RX-7. So yeah, that's kind of one reason I'm thinking about that. So I'll take on this equipment here. So yeah, oh yeah, it's talking about problem, wasn't I? Before, yeah, again, like I said, I'm not so sure how you would do it. Again, I think for me, just having permanent death is fine. Even if I don't get reward for it, because it's like, yeah, again, I'm gonna reset the chapter. We'll use a rewind to keep the pace of the game up. But I like having that mindset, though, of permadeath. Like, yeah, the fact that, yeah, if I do make a mistake, yeah, I need to own up to it and do better next time. So, yeah, that's something I didn't mind at all when playing all the foreign games on my channel. So, yeah, even if, again, it makes recording the chapters a lot harder. But again, it meant that, yeah, I was improving how I was playing, so I could show, you know, the chapter in a much better light. Unless, of course, you know, I lost a chapter because of RNG, but yeah, you know, you can't really do much about that, right? So, yeah. But yeah, generally speaking, whenever, yeah, I do need to do a redo of the chapter, the successful attempt is almost always the best attempt, so yeah. So that's good. So again, that's an interesting thing that, yeah, my friend pointed out to me, so yeah. And yeah, there's definitely some more things I could talk about in regards to it, but I'm saving them for potentially very long topics, for very long nights out, so yeah. Anyway. So there's another rival quite close by. I'm guessing, yeah, that looks like the last person from... He just passed that, apparently. That should be the last person from Racing Storm then, unless it's someone completely different. Which it could be. Let's... Oh yeah, that's actually Curry Yellow from Xtreme Rangers. And if we take that person on, yeah, we kind of don't take on team, but yeah, now these two only have one person left. They're over there, and then Racing Storm's person, yeah, it's right in front of us. So yeah, let's take on Curry Yellow. I think we can take Curry Yellow to Shinkanjo, so that's fun. Yeah, they'll be driving Suzuki Swift around correctly, so yeah. So that's way up for them. And like I kind of said before, I think he is supposedly a reference to the fact that, yeah, the Yellow Ranger in Tokusatsu is normally the one who eats a lot, so yeah. So that explains the name. Also, yeah, it might also have something to do with the nationality, because, again, all the Machine Rangers dudes are foreigners. You can say they're weebs, but again, we'll see about that when we read the bios. But anyway, only one person from that team remains, which is good because, yeah, we do need to, you know, start working on Rise of the New Generation soon. So yeah, it's kind of thing to take a Rise of the Generation last because, yeah, it also has kind of a difficult boss. So yeah. It also has a kind of difficult boss that you take on a little bit later, so yeah. Only one member of that team left, and now we have the last member of Racing Storm, Slit Motion. Like I said, yeah, defeating this might cause a boss from Phantom 9 to appear, so yeah. Or it just ends the night, which I'm also pretty okay with, so yeah, even though it hasn't been that long apart, but that's okay. Let's take them on. So yeah, we're going to be dipping 3 teams and 2 Wanderer, or 1 Wanderer actually. I haven't bought Double Road Run yet, so yeah. Yeah. But again, I think it's cool to save Double Road Run for another part, I think, so yeah. Anyway, so there we go. And Racing Storm's team leader is Crimson Mirage, who drives the 300 ZX. So yeah. Not much else to say there. It's a cool looking 300ZX though. I kind of like the 300ZX, but I feel like, yeah, the problem with it is that it is kind of a chunky car, I guess you could say. And it doesn't have the performance of its Nissan brethren, so yeah. The GTRs mainly. That's kind of why it gets overlooked, but it's kind of a cool car its own right, so yeah. But anyway. See if we can take them on. There we go. And you're actually gonna we're close to double road run, so that's cool. And the night continues. So yeah. Now Iron Old Man, who's not on the map. So yeah, we don't have to worry about them. So do I take on double road run? Again, I guess I kinda wanna save double run for their own part, so yeah. So I'm not so sure if that's something I wanna do, so yeah. But yeah. One thing we can do though is yeah. We should probably knock out Twister and Commander, so yeah. Too bad they're like all the way over there, but that's okay. So yeah, I'll show at least Devil Run's intro though, so yeah. Well, you know, I could take on someone else and save the intro for later, so yeah. I'm gonna be a tease. But like I said though, yeah, Devil Run's such a fascinating rival that yeah, I can't wait to talk about them for a long period of time, so yeah. I'm gonna save that for later, like I said. Then, like I said, yeah, I'm probably now... I'm pretty happy with how I talked about the topics, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut. And then we're gonna go take on Twister's team leader, or Commanders if they happen to be a bit closer, so yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna defeat this Master Seller, and then yeah, let's cut to going to Twister, or maybe I just, you know, chat up at the park areas too. That could also be something else I do, so mate. I'll see you guys in a little bit. At the park area, only one piece of dialogue from Devil's Slayer on the road, who's singing about offering the bus guide. So yeah, there you go, that was it. So yeah, again, I think I'm gonna... Nah, I'm not going to. That could be a bad idea, but yeah, Island has on the map, so yeah, like I said, let's just focus on Twister again. But yeah, let's see, where is Commander though? Over there, so that's still going to be a little while, so yeah. But again, I would like to take on both of them, but yeah, like I said, yeah. This is probably going to require a bit of cutting, but that's okay. So yeah, let's go and take on Twister's team leader now. Anyway, with a look at that, these guys are back, strong formation. If I defeat this guy, that means only one team member after, so yeah. That's cool, but yeah. Most likely what's going to happen though, when we do fight the team leader off, Twister, we're gonna go past them, so yeah, but it's good to have them only one member away, obviously. That'd be nice for when we want to scoop them up, when we want to finish the rest of the new generation, so yeah. No, so maybe we defeat the Twister members so quickly that yeah, I could just wait up, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. But anyway, that done, let's take on, could take on City Pop Blue. At the same time, where is that Twister person now? Did I pass them by accident or something? No, they're down the road, so yeah. I can either take on Storm Formation or Machine Rangers. Let's some Machine Rangers. Why not? So he tries the BRZ, the newer BRZ. And again, yeah, he has a cool looking decal on this side. Let's take him on. So yeah, we're going to be talking about Machine Rangers too. Again, I did already talk about my Tokusatsu tangent before. Again, it is something I'm really interested in, to be fair. Again, I do just like learning more about Japan in general, so I think that's one reason why. Because again, it's an interesting culture to at least learn about, especially when, you know, you're engrossed with it with playing so many, you know, Japanese games, so yeah. Anyway, problem is he wants to go, not Shinkanjo, so yeah. Anime Red, let's go. And he's another team leader who drives a red 300 ZX. That's kind of funny. And he has a red mech on the side. So I need to pull away from it fast. Hopefully that's enough, because I want to save a little bit for Twister's team leader. Wait, no, I could just go to the parking area. I don't know why I'm making such a big fuss about it, but anyway, we're gonna go Diver Line. Yes, he wants to go Bayshore. So that's another team we need to talk about. There's a lot of teams we need to talk about off the spots, so yeah, I guess that works out. I think we'll take on Phantom 9 in the next spot then. And then maybe we'll make some more progress on Rebirth of the Legend. It's probably close to completing the stage actually, but again, like I said, I might consider what am I trying to say, I might consider, I don't know what I'm trying to say now. Oh yeah, I know what I was trying to say, so yeah. I might consider doing some Wanderer cleanup. I would like to do that. So yeah, I'll probably think about that for the next part anyway. Let's take on Shooter Expressway Drizzle. The RX-8. And then of course, yeah, we have Twister's team leader, right? So we have like 4 teams today, I believe, so yeah, that's pretty cool. And I might take on a 5th with Commander. I'm not sure if I do want to take on Commander. I think the dude is still a bit away, so yeah. But anyway. Last up to bat is Scorching Mirage, who I believe has always been the team leader of Twister. I don't know if this is the same one. I think it is the same Scorching Mirage. Anyway. Yeah, that wasn't really a good use. I shouldn't have done that, to be fair. So this could get a bit dicey, yeah, and that's an RX, so that's a good car right there, so yeah. So again, we'll stick it on C1 inner. And we're pulling away, that's good, that's good. So yeah. So now the question is, I think we don't take on Commander, even though I kind of want to. And we could do it while we take on Iron Old Man maybe. And finish up Phantom 9. So yeah. I mean that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, let's end the night now. Because we're not close to the next long run bonus, so yeah. Alright. Back to the garage. Like I said, there'll be quite a lot of teams today. And the rapid spendthrift. So there we go. I wonder if we can tell the team the AC port. Now let's see. So we did take on, Rolling Gun number 1. We took on Twister. We also took on Racing Storm. We took on Machine Rangers. So there we go. I love that. So yeah, and we also took down a Wanderer too. So yeah. Alright, so yeah. Let's look at the perk tree once again. Again, I mean, maybe we don't want to do anything because, again, like I said, we kind of want to get whatever Phantom 9's going to give us, so yeah. So instead I'll, like, have a look at this. Do I want better, I mean, I'm just going to get this. The close to getting all that, which is very good. The earlier you get these, the better, obviously, because that's more money for the rest of the game right there, so yeah, I think I'm gonna play it safe. Let's not think about anything else. Let's look at the reference. Because, yeah, like I said, we defeat a lot of teams today. Especially with Return of the Bastards, so yeah. And we also defeated yet another Wanderer, so yeah. And here they are. Setsuke, Noodle Artisan, and he had a cargo license plate for him. A young, first off, obviously, his real name. Hiromichi Otenmon. Udon chef. A young udon chef running a shop in Tokyo, trained in the home of udon Kagura, his thin, chewy, and stretchy noodles are reputed to be genuine Sanuki udon. A constant line outside his shop speaks to its popularity. Despite being swamped with work, he finds in between time to hit the Shooter Expressway for a joyful break. In fact, he has significant driving skills, and he was a well-known figure in the mountain passes at Kagura. And yeah, this car's pretty good, to be honest, his S14, so yeah. With that done, let's talk about the teams we took out. So yeah, that'll be Rolling Girls first. An all-female team composed of 86 machines. All members are exceptionally beautiful, attracting many male fans. Having moved their main battle with the Shooter Expressway for several years, they have developed a sense of rivalry with Rolling Guy, who also drive a E86. Although the technique isn't the best, they surpass in win rates thanks to highly tuned machines funded by ample resources. They embody the saying, "A beautiful flower has thorns," proving to be a team not to be underestimated based on looks. So we got Rolling Gal number 5, who's a promotion girl and also the youngest member of the team. Eccentric demeanor and unique atmosphere, and gets along with Rolling Gal number 3 after seeing karaoke together until morning. So yeah. So apparently, she was the secret relationship with a boyfriend. And it was discovered, so yeah. Currently engaged. Good for them. Rolling Gal number 4. She's an aromatherapist, apparently. She impeccably wears clothing on the Sunday as a team's stylish leader. And yeah, she's meant to favor rolling gun number 1, so yeah. Because in the sense of right hand woman. Interesting, she's not rolling gun number 2, but oh well. And yeah, she's getting the most out of her. Heat 6 as well. Again, a lot of them drive the Torino in this team, so yeah. Then we got rolling gun number 3, called Naochi by her team members. She's reserved and laid back, so yeah. And easygoing. So she's the, you know, carefree girl group. So there you go. Recently she chatted a man with similar persistence to her racing style. Then we got rolling gal number 2, former disco queen, right? She's now an essayist, whose best-selling book about her nightlife and parenting struggles became a million seller. So yeah, good for her. That's an interesting way to say that she's a mother of 3, but anyway. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much everything. Now let's talk about rolling gal number 1, Yuri Nakamura. And yeah, she drives a custom 86, she's a bar owner. The leader of Rolling Gals, utilizing her experience working at a snack bar, she opened her own bar a few years ago. Highly respected by her team's members and known for a straightforward personality, she is affectionately called Big Sister. In battles, she never blocks her opponent's line, staying true to her honest nature. She subtly acknowledges rumors among the members of our past as an idol by saying, "My clean personality didn't suit the entertainment industry." Interesting. Underpowered A6L struggles on the shooter expressly, so she emphasizes that weight reduction is key. Their own weight is trending upward. Alright. Let's look at Racing Storm now. A team that grew large through repeated mergers and acquisitions. However, a deep rift existed between the earnest group centered around the leader Crimson Mirage, a casual driving faction with different ideologies. A few years ago, the conflict became decisive and half the members left, significantly reducing the team's strength. The remaining members of a strong bond ruined their passion and commitment to driving. They are now preparing for a comeback with new members, so that's probably what they're part of. So the bastards, the team's split in half, so yeah. So I got the paramedic Dawn Splash, and apparently he's enthusiastic about making a name for himself, so yeah. And yeah, he joined the team because yeah, he has a connection with Crimson Mirage, so there you go. Apparently he's regular at Akihara Speed Factory, again that'll be important for later, so yeah. And then we got Bargain.com, he's actually from Nagoya, he's a Collier Claimberg. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they might have been part of the same team. I think it was a Racing Funds, is what it was called, so yeah. Anyway, again, I think they were both part of it, so yeah, it makes sense that they fought together when we did battle them, so yeah. Anyhow, he's thinking about his cornering ability. His Claimbreaker, Seasoned Complaint Handler, so that makes sense for her name. Excellent. Apology and persuasion skills, so yeah. That's probably why she, you know, she's very analytical when we fought with Bargain.com, so yeah. And yeah, she's approving, even if the card screens with Sonic Solution, she ignores his plates, interesting enough. Then we got Plexor Color, he's R33, he's a culinary researcher. And yeah, he was part of the time when the team was divided, so yeah, again, some dudes were very serious, the others were just having fun, so yeah. Apparently, yeah, it's being mocked for not being very decisive, so that's kind of sad to be honest, so yeah, because again, it's kind of important to have both sides, you know, I feel like. It's good to be both serious and laid back at points, so yeah. Anyway, Slip Motion, Hard Timer. He's already decided to live his life as a racer, and he deep respects Crimson Mirage, so that's why he's staying with him. And apparently he was at university, but he dropped out because he didn't get enough credits, so there you go. So now he's part-timer. I like looks. But he has no interest in romance, they're against social racing, alright. And by the team, we have Crimson Mirage, Tahiaki Raika, firefighter. As a child, he dreamed of becoming a professional racer. Even after becoming a firefighter, he couldn't extinguish his passion for cars. By one the size lifestyle position, used to working in tough environments, he possessed the ability to calmly navigate any situation. He parted ways with the former number 2 of the team due to differing attitudes towards racing. Since then, he's become more resolute in his rejection of casual driving. now leads the remaining members in effort to rebuild. Then after that, we took on Machine Rangers. I think I'll read all of them because again, I'm very fascinated by them. A team formed by the call of Sentai Silver, a tokusatsu special effects enthusiast for the foreign community in Japan. Their car body cars are inspired by tokusatsu Sentai shows, and each member has a unique battle cry. The posable pose sessions are parking areas have become a minor attraction. The enemy machines, their lack of power is evident, resulting in a low win rate. However, their teamwork is undeniably top-notch because it would be weird if they won. Saya is Sentai Silver. Carlos, his father is a professional wrestler. The Mexican, who's a former member of a Japanese pro wrestling organization. In the ring, he wears a mask and excites the audience with various aerial moves. Tokusatsu special effects enthusiast, he is delighted to take on the role of the extra hero in the team as Silver. Although he's not very tall, his muscular frame squeezing into a compact car is quite cute, and he's often surrounded by fans when entering the wrestling venue. I am the Silver Bullet, Sentai Silver, Arriba, Mexico. Then we got Curry Yellow, Anita Micharu, Curry Shop Clerk, a Nepalese woman whose love for Japan led the family to Buddha. She works in a curry restaurant owned by her father while attending a Japanese language school, where she has already mastered everyday conversational Japanese. Falling in love with the taste of Japanese style curry, she spends her days off comparing curries at various restaurants, making her father anxious as she wishes she would think their native Nepalese curry is the best. No matter how much she eats, her body never changes, which remains a mystery. Hi, I'm Curry Yellow, may business flourish, green the bamboo leaves. Ninja Green, Kenneth Goldberg, he's a part-timer. A young man who came from overseas aspiring to be a ninja. Understanding that the ninja, as depicted in his summer, is an exaggerated form, greatly different from the original. He admired the original shinobi and came to try to become one himself. He discovered that a true hydrogen ninja exists among street racers and was overjoyed. To get close to him, he is striving daily to make a name for himself. Domo, Ninja Green Desu, or Inuchi, Chodai. Then we got Cos Pink, Alina Kisling, a violinist, a female violinist who loves cute things. She enjoys cosplaying various characters while staying in Japan. She once held a concert in the costume of a heroine from a certain music anime, moving the audience to tears. Her favorite series is a famous robot anime, and during stress battles she dresses as a male pilot in a pilot suit cosplay, and no one's her rivals with aggressive driving. The barrage is sweet. What are you doing? Cosplay. Launching. City Pop Blue, Elaine Garnier, French teacher, came to Japan as a French language teacher and married a Japanese woman who was his student. Oh, okay. Although his wife worries about him, he can't give up his car hobby. In his car, he listens to his favorite 70s and 80s city pop music and is known for its smooth, graceful driving lines. However, he sometimes gets so into it that he starts singing and even closes his eyes during the chorus. He's the oldest in the team and generally a calm, big bro figure. Azure Media, City Pop Blue, Let's Be in a Dream. And finally, the team leader, Anime Red, Nicholas Angelo, he's a streamer. A popular streamer who loves Japanese anime and did live viewing streams moved to Japan out of a strong desire to be there. Invited by Sentai Silver via direct message, he formed the team. Known for his passionate style of seriously cheering for the protagonist during streams, he gets even more fired up in battles, so he becomes the protagonist. His encouraging and fearless attitude motivates the team, and the Guardian of its explosive Anime Red. So there you go. That's a pretty fun team right there, and a non-stop Twister, so yeah, we've been talking for another long time. Always small. Like I said, I really like what her car looks like. Ito. Hamburger Shop Clerk. Hamburger. I don't know. I was also right off Persona 2 by that as well. But anyway. Anya introduced to the team by graduate former member. Anya, as the name suggests, he's very cheerful, very bubbly, all that good stuff, So yeah. Maintains a silent even as serious about to keep a composure. So yeah, kind of like Laszlo and Farmer Fates as well, so yeah. And after that, we got Shuto Expressway Drizzle, Rising Star Singer, so yeah. Kinda makes sense with what of them is going on with that, but anyway. I grab my young fans and my all skilled blinker kind of vibe, and join the team to stay in the good graces of patron Baron Kagetsu, so yeah, that's probably why he's a member of the team, obviously, so yeah. Then we also got Baron Kagetsu, And his last thing's gonna get to him. Apparently he's a son of a noble, so that's pretty cool. 35 years old, not cool young man. He's also been around the team for a very long time. He was at least there in TSR 3, so yeah. And he apparently needs to marry and make an heir soon, so yeah. And yeah, loves Lance Castle his whole life. Excellent time. Be driving an RX-7, so yeah. Then you got Shooting Star. Good old salaryman. And he excels at drift competition and wins top prizes, but also showcases skills in grip driving. You can't drift without understanding grip. That kind of makes sense, to be honest. Because, yeah, if you're going to control the drift, you need to kind of, you know, have a good idea how the car's going to behave, you know, so yeah. So you got. Then we got these two, so yeah, Blue Rider and Sweet Blues. Now the thing about them is that, apparently in all the TXR games, they were kind of, you know, saying them up to be married, and then in this game they actually do get married. That's really cool, to be honest, so yeah. And yeah, it's here, right here. Told by Sweet Blues they could date her if he won. He was waiting for a sure chance to win, but she challenged him first. Perhaps due to this reflection, he now raises more boldly than before. And then we obviously got the house like Sweet Blues. And yeah, Rishi finally tightened up with Blue Rider, whom she had known for many years. And then when he confessed his love, she teased him saying, "You could date me if you beat me in the race." And yeah, apparently she kept waiting, and then finally, yeah, there you go. And yeah, now race out Pete. Anyway, finally, Scorching Mirage, Kazuo Kasai, trading company employee. Immersed too deeply in the racing world, he neglected his family, leading to his wife leaving and accumulated debt. Well, that's probably why he's part of the best then. However, 3 years ago, his wife, who had secretly succeeded in an investment, returned home, saving them from ruin. After serious reflection and sincere apologies, she forgave him, allowed him to race again to reasonable limits. Though he can't spend as much on his car as before, his fully tuned machine is still impressive. Now he focuses on honing his skills to become even faster. So there you go. Alrighty. That was a lot to talk about, but that was a fun time, especially with She Rangers. They are a very fun team. That's a thing, sure. But anyway, there is Iron Old Man. It looks like, I think he's Shintoku's, or I completely forgot what I was saying. Shinkacho, there you go. So yeah. But also, yeah, because we defeated Machine Raiders, we can also take on Shua Strong. So we could have a boss rush coming up here. Anyway, so yeah, we start Commando, who I'm thinking about. Again, like I said, I might knock out Commander and then take on Iron Old Man. I think that's probably what I'm going to do, so yeah. But I'm probably going to cut a little bit when I do that, so yeah. And then yeah, we'll just end the day when we defeat Iron Old Man. Or if there's another boss afterwards, we'll defeat them too. He also take on Shua Strong, but I'm pretty sure he's like... Yeah, he's going the opposite way, so I can't really take him on. I think he's beatable. He is a little bit dangerous though. He is a pretty dangerous one. There's also like information out about, so I might want to go and read that too. Because again, we're going to probably have a bit of a short night, but I think I might try to do multiple nights then. We'll see. And then with these two only have one member left. M-Connect still has a lot though, so yeah. And they're all like going down here, so yeah. But hey, if I want to fight Shua Strong, they're technically going the same way as him, so yeah. That's something to consider later. Anyway. Alright, let's end the part now then. So yeah, next time, yeah, we're gonna take on Iron Man. We're also gonna defeat Commander as well. Because I kinda wanna do that, so yeah. So anyway, look forward to that, and yeah, I'll see you guys again for that.